So let's now move on to HubSpot Sales Pro or Enterprise. And so some of the things you're going to see that people often use: meeting schedulers, sequences, which is the automated workflow, playbooks, forecasting, sales analytics, and note taker, and many more other things. Why would you upgrade? So the most common one we come across is the ability to trigger sequences from workflows, which in some of the businesses we work in, we managed to totally remove the interaction of sales up until someone books a meeting through using sequences. So obviously a contact comes in, gets assigned to the appropriate salesperson, then sequences get kicked off, which is getting people to basically pre-qualify themselves, get to the meeting stage, and then it gets taken over from the salesperson to make it more efficient. And it's worked really well. So often that is what we're doing. And so that's one of the biggest things. The next one is lead form routing. And you're probably like, why? What would this mean? Basically it means from a form submission, you can take people to a meeting page directly and get them to book in. Here's an example. A customer that sells software does a demo. So often when people will make that initial contact, they will say, they'll say, okay, I want to do this. I want a demo of the product, right? So generally what tends to happen is people will fill out the form and then they wait for someone to call them, right? And sometimes it can be immediately, sometimes it can be days. So what this does is it straight away, as they're interested, they fill out their details and they go, oh, do you want to book it? Do you want to find a time that works for you? Okay, great. So we've seen a lot of success, especially for this software. We've seen a lot of success in this whole process of going straight from the forms to the calendar, getting someone in, and then getting people to that meeting. And then again, if they don't show up, then you can run a sequence and then do the follow-up from that. But it has worked really well, and that's one of the reasons people would upgrade from Pro to Enterprise for that particular scenario. Now, Craig, you have a gripe about meetings.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't done enough whinging this episode yet. No, look, this is less than a whinge, just a kind of I'm interested in the thinking here, because when, like with sales or service, you get the meetings scheduler, you can actually have a meeting link with, I think, free even, but for all the advanced,
you can just have one.
Yeah, for all the advanced features on the meeting scheduler, I think you need a Sales Pro seat or a Service Pro seat, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And I'm like, and then to get the meeting note taker, I think that's Sales Pro. Does Note Taker come with Service Pro? I'm not sure.
I would say it does. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
All right. Well, the thing that I find interesting about this is that if I think about our company, I would say 5% of the meetings we do are sales meetings.
Yep.
And the rest are actually delivery related. So we jump on calls with clients, account management meetings, all that kind of stuff. And so it's not really a sales seat. It's not really a service seat either. It's kind of like it's the rest of the company, our team doing, like, I don't know what seat they should be in. Well, at the moment, we give them
they'd have service seats, right?
Yeah, we give them service seats,
technically now, yeah.
Yeah, right. And but I'm like, why is that? Like, why did they think that meetings and the note taker is a sales or a service thing? Surely delivery is a key part.
Correct, yeah.
Of it. And we record all our meetings. We use a Voma because that goes straight into HubSpot, everyone on the team, goes straight in, versus Note Taker, which, they've got to have a seat for that. So I kind of feel, I'm just not sure why HubSpot's continued to keep these hubs so kind of separate, and they haven't really, I don't know what I'm really saying, but I just feel that there's an opportunity here for everyone in your company to be on there. And by the way, the delivery team are like, oh, here, book in with my calendar. Well, currently we kind of use mine or someone else's because we get the advanced stuff. But I'm like, surely everyone in your company wants to give meeting links. So in the end, I think where we're headed is I just want one seat. Just call it a HubSpot seat, not a Sales Pro seat.
Yeah.
Not a service seat, just a HubSpot seat. Make it simple. Get rid of all this seats malarkey. A single seat. So By the way, listeners, this is not coming down the track or anything. This is me just wishfully thinking. But, if you look at Zoho, they've got like a Zoho One option. I'm just like, that's great. Mind you, Zoho's even more confusing than HubSpot going through their site. But they do have this Zoho One seat, which is like gives them everything, a seat. So it's almost like HubSpot was halfway there with a core seat. But then they decided, oh, no, that'll be for marketing. And they were so close. But, we just need a HubSpot seat, get rid of all the others, and then just make all of these things available. And it's kind of like Customer Agent, Ian. Like that started under Service, I think, and now it's any Pro seat. It's like, of course, because we want to use Customer Agent for anything. Surely it's the same with some of these other features as well.
Yeah.
Anyway,